Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to explore the Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. So let's take a look at what is an IDE. An IDE basically is an application software tool that consists of many programming tools that can assist the programmer or developer to develop code. Some of the features that an IDE may have are a source code editor. Basically, this will enable the software developer to enter code. Then the syntax highlighter would be a good feature to have because it will make the code easier to read. And another good feature to have is an auto completion feature. Basically, what this means is that the editor will let you type in the code and the editor will complete it for you. And another feature would be the debugger, and basically this will help you to locate an error in your code. And the fifth feature that is essential is in the IDE is a compiler. The compiler basically will convert the text file or your source code into machine code. Other features that would be useful for embedded systems would be a microcontroller and microprocessor port. This is going to be really useful for embedded system development if this feature is there, and you will get support for different types of microcontroller or microprocessor. And serial windows would be handy to have because this would allow serial signals to be input and data will be output serially. Next feature that would be useful for embedded system is a logic analyzer, and basically this tool will allow the developer to examine the signals on the different input-output pins of the microcontroller. And a performance analyzer would be good to have, because the performance analyzer will show the execution statistics like time and the number of calls of a function or a module. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to do is to download and install the Keil IDE. Hi, to download the Keil IDE, I would suggest you just use the Google search. Just key in Keil for Keil, and you probably hit this www.keil.com. Click on this link. It should take you to the Keil website. Now you can download it from here or here. I choose to download using this. So click on download and you'll come to this page. Look for product downloads. Click on it. And you'll come to this page to download products. Look for C51 for 8051 devices. Click on it and you will see this form here that you need to fill it in. I would suggest that you fill it in, complete it carefully, and then once you're done, you can then just click here and submit. Okay, after you have clicked submit, you should come to this page. which is say C51, and you should see your .exe file that you would want to download. In my case, it's C510V9608.exe. Now, it depends on the date of your download. This might vary. So in my case, I will just click on this link, and you will see that it wants to download to a particular folder. You can download to any folder of your choice. Alright, in my case, I've created the Keil download folder on my C drive, and I've copied the downloaded file into this folder. If I double click it, I should see this window pop up, and all you need to do is click on Next, agree to all the terms of the license agreement, check this, and then click Next, and the selection folder is default to this particular folder. You don't have to do anything, you just click Next, and you need to fill this form up. Once you're done filling in, you click Next, and it'll start installing. It's quite fast installing the software. Now, because I've done installing it, so I'm going to stop here. Okay, so I assume that you have downloaded and successfully installed the Keil Microvision. In my case, I have created a shortcut on my desktop, and the Keil Microvision icon should look something like this. And if you double click on it, it will then activate the Keil Microvision software. Okay, so we will start the Keil Microvision. This is the icon. So if I let me just take if I double click on the icon, the Keil Microvision will start up, and this screen will be presented. So the first thing we need to do is to create a project. So go to select Microvision project, and we're going to, for the demo purposes, I'm going to just type in demo Keil, and then this is the project file, and I click save, and another window pops up, and they ask you to select a device. So for our purpose, we're going to click on this box here, and then select legacy device database. Click on that, and in the search box, we're going to key in AT89S52. Now, this is an ATmel chip, but it's now been bought over from Microchip, and hence the AT89S52 is under Microchip in the Keil Microvision. So select that, click on OK, and this other message pops up. It says copy startup.a51 to project folder and add file to project. Because we're doing an assembly language program, so we don't need it, so we click on no. Notice on the project panel, there's a target and there's a plus sign. You just click on it, and underneath this is the source group. Now what we need to do is to key in the source code. So we go to File, New, and the source code editor is activated. It pops up. Now this is source remember the source code editor is one of the feature of an IDE. So here I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 org space 0000 hexa. That's my start address. And because my typing is not so good, I'm going to open up a file and copy the source code over. Just bear with me for a while until, okay. Oops. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to close this. No, I'm not going to save the changes, and then paste it. Notice the texts are all in black at the moment. Alright, now notice that there is no file name. It just says text1 with an asterisk. The asterisk tells us that this file is currently being edited and it's not saved. So we go to File, and because this is the first time we've created this text, we're going to give it a name. So we're going to say select Save As. Another window pops up with the file name that it requires us to type in a file name. So I'm going to use the same project as the name as the project. So it's demo. You notice there's an autocomplete feature here. So click on that. I need to change the extension. So it's .asm. Enter. And notice now the file name appears at on the tag here, and also okay, save all. Also the the assembler directives, the org and end, they're in blue, and so are the instructions. They're in blue, and the labels are in green. The data is in red, and so is the address for org. It is also in red. So that's the default color scheme for the text editor or source code editor in the car. But this color scheme can be changed, but I'm not going to go into that at this moment. So let's get back to this source code. So now we have this source code in here. It's not done yet. We need to add this file to this project here. So we highlight this, right click, and choose add existing file to group source group 1. You can change the name of this source group 1, but I'm not going to do that here. So I'm just going to click on this, and a window pops up again, and it wants to know which file you want to include. Now we're going to type in demo, and the autocomplete comes up, and this is a file we want to include. So it's demo keil.asm. We just say, we click on add. That seems to happen, but let's close it first. But let's go back to this project panel. Notice now the source group, there is a plus sign. Click on that, and you see the demo keil.asm file is included. So now you go to save or save all, click on that, and then go to project and build. So there is no errors or warning. Let's introduce an error and see what happens. So if I were to take the comma off, save it, go to project, build. Aha, now we get a syntax error. Let's assume that we don't know where the syntax error is. So we double click on this message, and you notice there is this little light blue arrow and line 3, pointing at line 3. It tells us that there's an error on this line. We know what it is. It's just a missing comma. So we add the comma back in, save it. So every time you make any changes to the source code, remember to save it. Then go to Project, Build, and there's no errors or warning. So now we're good to go to Debug. So we start the debug sessions. So we select the Start Stop Debug session, click on that, and this message pops up. It says evaluation mode running with code size limit 2K. That's okay, that's adequate enough for our needs. So we just click OK, and now we're in the debug session. Now so what we're going to do is we're going to run we're going to execute the program. But before we do that, we need to select our parallel port 1 or port 1. So this now represents the output of port 1. So now we're good to run. So we will run it, and basically it will blink the least significant bit. So let me just move this down here and move this down here a bit. Now I'm going to show you the logic analyzer, which is one of the features that I mentioned in my introduction. So we go to View, Analysis window. We look at first of all, let's look at the Performance Analyzer. Right now, doesn't seem to be showing much. Ignore this unspecified. Go to Setup, and I want to know how many times, what's the statistics of this delay routine here. So in this box here, I'm going to type in delay, and then click on Define, and it appears up here, and it also appears here now. Let me close this first. Click on this, and it shows the minimum time is used to execute this, and the maximum time, and the average time that is being used, and the total time, and the percentage usage, and the count in decimal. So this is the performance analyzer. It gives you these statistics here. Another feature that I want to show you is go to View again, go to the Analysis windows. This time select the Logic Analyzer. So the Performance Analyzer is still here. The Logic Analyzer is here. Now we need to go to Setup, and we're going to add P1.0, because this is the one that we want to look at. P1.0, enter. Nothing seems to be happening. There's a red line here. That's not what we want. It says display type. I want it to be bit, as in red color. Now I close it. Now we zoom out on this one, and you can see the pulse on that pin on the logic analyzer. I'm not going to go into much detail at this moment, so I just want to show you the logic analyzer on this Keil IDE. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to debug, stop the debug session. I think I will stop here and for this demo, and I will highlight more of these features in my future videos. Okay, that's the end for this video. Before I go, I just want to explain why I'm doing this video. Mainly because I'll be using the Keil IDE in my future videos. I have not given up on the EDSIM 51. I will be returning to use it for some of the other videos. I just feel that the Keil IDE can do a better job in some of the demos that I want to do, so that's hence this video. All right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.